When did you get your first break?
My first break was in second year. I received an audition from my agent, YoTV.
When does Skeem Saam happen?
Skeem Saam basically approaches me and they like, we'd like to do a screen test with you on a certain character.
Yeah.
This is a fake page.
Oh. And when do you come to Jozi? You know, what is the main goal coming to Jozi?
This is what I always tell my friends and young people, that when you leave home and you go to the workplace, when you leave home and you go to a different province, you're representing your entire family, your entire community.
Pat. It's Pat on brands. Watch how you branded, man. A pat on the back is a pat from the man. Better be branded, man. A pat from the pat is a pat on the...
Hello, everybody. Welcome to yet another exciting episode of the Pat on Brands podcast with Pat and Boomy.
Where's Boomy?
she's not around today. She's not around.
All right.
Yeah, but she's with us in spirit.
Hallelujah, Mazalane.
Try to speak closer to
like
the
this.
mic and so that
Hello.
when it comes out, it's
Crisp. Hallelujah.
Yeah, Thabiso Molokomme.
That's my name.
One of the finest brothers from Limpopo.
Yeah. What's up, Pat?
Yeah, man. Thank you for honoring the invite and really joining us here on the Pat on Brands podcast. Seldom we have people of your stature.
What's my stature?
Celebrity.
Oh, wow.
Do you identify as a celebrity?
No, actually not. It's not even in my head. Like, I'm just an actor. I go to work, act,
like
and go
everybody
home.
else.
Like everyone else. That's why it's very rare that you'll find me at celebrity events. So I decline the invites.
Ooh. Acting. But wait, before we get into obviously acting, which is now your main steez, but you now have a venture, an entrepreneur or a CEO.
Yeah.
But who's Thabiso Molokomme? We know you from Limpopo. Where in Limpopo?
So, like just Seshego, ne?
Oh, Seshego.
So Seshego Zone 4.
Yes.
That's where I was born. That's where I was bred. I'm from like a township. So a lot of
Kasi boy.
Like proper Kasi boy. Yeah. And obviously like I went to school in town because my mom has always believed in quality education. So my mom is a teacher, right? So she knows she's a teacher.
She's still a teacher.
Yeah,
I met
she's
your
still a
mom
teacher.
a couple of months ago.
Yeah. So yes.
But now she's lecturing. I know.
So let me tell you. So that is my mom, but not my biological mother. So in my family, we like everyone is like our mothers. That's how we were raised. So she's my aunt. But like my mother,
Got you.
So my biological mom is a teacher, and she has always believed in education and in quality education. So because she teaches in yes,
okay.
So she's believed in quality education because she's a teacher and she teaches in the rural areas. So she can see how tough it actually is for people that come from there. So with us, as much as we're from the township, she wanted like quality education for us, and as much as it was very expensive for her to pay as a single parent, she was like, young sikolongi, now I'll deal with the lawyers.
Sure.
So she had like a lot of
So
debt.
which school did you go to?
I went to Noord School. It's an Afrikaner school.
Yes, they switch up in the accent. It's in
I can Afrikaans praat.
Yeah.
And I went to like Capricorn High School.
Yes. That's in Polokwane,
That's in Polokwane, yeah. So yeah.
In Polokwane, you either went to Capricorn or you went to Flora Park?
Yes, or you went to Noorderland.
Oh, Noorderland.
Or Northern Academy.
4 schools.
Yeah, 4
Which one
schools.
is the best? In your view, of course.
So
I thought you were going to say Capricorn.
No, I think academically, Tegzila. There's a school called Tegzila, and those students are always studying. They're always studying. So if you want like your kid to academically succeed, you take them to Tegzila. They will discipline the kid to be an academic success. And then in terms of culture, I think Capricorn beats them all. It's not just a school, but a way of life. That's the slogan, yeah. That's the slogan.
Oh, amazing. So you were at Kate in Seshego, Otsarang Transport.
Yes, and it's crazy because let me tell you, so like I was raised go And then my mom got married. We moved to Bendo. It's an affluent place.
Oh yes, I know Bendo and Polokwane. Oh, so it's just boys.
Nah. And then she got divorced.
Yeah.
Which means when she got divorced, she left every single thing with the men.
Yeah.
And we started over. We left Koshiro, but not with my grandmother. We started living in back rooms and stuff. And that's when I got to get exposed to like the taxi, and it was such a different life for me.
You lie.
It was so different
from being soft in Bendo.
And now like to the back room, and now I'm catching taxis, and I'm walking to the taxi rank as a young boy.
Yeah.
Like going to school in Noordskool. So yeah, that was quite like an adjustment. But I made it, and I think it has made me, and it has basically led to being the person that I am today.
Got you.
Yeah.
So Capricorn
Nice.
Capricorn High School.
Yeah.
You were there, you matriculated. Mm-hmm. And when do you come to Jozi? What is the main goal coming to Jozi?
So when I came to Joburg, I came to study. So in matric, I worked very hard so I can actually go to Cape Town. So UCT to study PPE, political philosophy and economics. Yeah. And I worked very, very, very hard, and I got accepted. But my mom was like, it's too far. Because, I can imagine, I'm her only son. I'm so young. I think I was 16 at the time when I finished matric. I finished matric very young.
You're a bright child.
Not really.
Yes, 16.
Yeah, so I finished very early.
You're clever, huh?
No, I think I just went to school very early. What's my pet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still, you had the mental capacity to push through.
I worked very hard. Some people are very smart. I worked very hard.
Wow.
Yeah, because I knew that I wanted to leave Limpopo, so I worked hard to...
Also, you're like me. So, I knew that my only ticket out of the village
is education. Yeah.
Other than that, I don't know where I would have... If I didn't work hard at school to actually... come to Joburg.
I can imagine, and that's for like so many people. When you speak to so many people who are in Joburg, who are graduates now, they say the same thing. So, and I left Limpopo thinking I was going to go to UCT. Well, I studied thinking I was going to go to UCT.
Yeah.
Got accepted, but my mom declined.
Yeah.
And she said go to Joburg because it's closer.
Yeah.
And I did, and then I opted for operations management because PEPE bebatleji.
Yeah.
And I studied it for 3 years. But in the first year when I was studying...
At UJ?
At UJ, yes.
Oh, yeah, UJ! All the way!
All the way.
Yeah.
And when I came to UJ the first year, I joined an agency.
Yeah.
Because I always knew that I'm very creative. I joined an agency, like an entertainment agency, an acting agency.
Yeah.
And long story short, I auditioned that entire year. I didn't even get anything. I would miss class. Give me some stats.
You lied?
Yeah.
To go to auditions?
To go to auditions, yeah. Like the entire year, I was auditioning.
That's easy.
Using my NSFAS money to go like climb an Uber and audition. And I didn't get anything, but I was like, it's fine,
Yeah.
But this is nice. So it was a nice experience.
And
second,
what did that process teach you? Now looking back.
That
whole year, you've been trying, going to different auditions, but you didn't get the job or any job.
Yeah, I think it has just built a spirit of resilience, which I never knew I had. Some things you're just not aware of when you're in the moment until you sit back and you realize, actually, I'm like a very resilient young man because I didn't give up.
Yeah.
And as much as I was missing my class, like I was the top performing student, at UJ.
Sure.
So like it's now that you look back and you're like, wow. So that's what it has like taught me, just resilience.
So now you're doing 3 years at UJ, you graduate.
Yeah.
Did you get a cum laude or is it just a...
No, I graduated cum laude.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I graduated with 20 distinctions at 20 years. So it was like 20 at 20. Yeah.
Your things just align somehow, eh?
Wow, I think it's like, honestly, it's just God. But I also never want to play and downplay my hard work. I really put in the hours a lot. And at UJ, I was very disciplined. I knew the background that I'm from. I had to represent my mom and my family. And this is what I always tell my friends and young people, that when you leave home and you go to the workplace, when you leave home and you go to a different province, you're representing your entire family, your entire community. So you have to go there, represent them, be well behaved, work hard, and go back home, like go back home, guy, those fruits, you know,
Yeah.
guy, those Mercedes Benzes that you bought, like,
And Ba-Kene.
oh my god,
yeah. Oh, amazing. So, when did you get your first break?
My first break was in second year. So long story. So, but let me just cut it short. So it was in second year. I received an audition from my agent, YoTV, and I was like, cool, why not? I've never thought I'd do presenting, but why not? I know I'm a creative at heart. And I did it, went to 6 rounds of audition.
Sure.
6 rounds. I mean, who doesn't want to be a YoTV presenter? Which kid in this country does what I mean?
We grew up watching YoTV, you know?
Yeah, so you can imagine how the entire process was so hectic. So many kids all over South Africa really wanted to get that gig.
Was it one of those where it's like a competition search, or it was just an audition in the background, not in the public domain?
Yeah, it was in the background. Okay. So basically, YoTV, Urban Brew, which is produced by Urban Brew, they took out auditions to different agencies. Yeah,
so it wasn't a countrywide search. Hey,
no, come on.
Yeah,
no. It was not like that.
Sure.
And I auditioned 6 rounds, and God is good. I got the audition. I got the gig.
Sure.
And I was like, oh, what is happening?
Wow.
I think all those things where I sacrificed and I bunked class to go in. It's working now. Yeah, it's working now. So that was my break.
Do you remember your first show?
My first show, I do. I was so nervous.
Is it?
I was like nervous. Even my English was running out. It was running out. And they were so gracious enough to say, guys, like, it's okay.
Sure they know.
Yeah, they know. They understand. Like, I'm just a boy from Limpopo. You understand? Like, that's why I'm to get here.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't even have TV experience, let alone TV presenting experience. You know, so they understood. I was so nervous. And my first show, I interviewed Muesli. So,
sure.
Yeah, that was my first.
And Muesli's quite a personality.
She is. Yeah. She really is. But it was like
Were you intimidated?
I was not. I don't get intimidated very easily. Like, I was just nervous. Like, and as anyone can be, like, I was so nervous. But I went through the show. I showed up. I did the show. And I was so proud of myself. For having done that.
So afterwards, it just became used to or accustomed to presenting on live television.
On live television,
and meeting all these superstars.
And meeting all these superstars, which is so nice, Pat.
Yeah.
Because I've never met like celebrities like in my life, and getting to interview them, you know, hearing their journeys, hugging them, touching them, taking pictures with them. That is nice.
Have you ever got the opportunity to, at the time, of course, interview your favorite celebrity?
My favorite celebrity, I didn't think it was my favorite celebrity until I had the interview with them. And that was Shudufadzo Musida. She was Miss South Africa 2020. If I'm not, 2020. So, and her story was
2020 now, like, sounds like just a long time ago. But it's
just recent, the COVID times.
Yeah.
So that's the first celebrity that really touched my heart because of her story, where she comes from, how hard it was for her to be received as Miss South Africa, you know, because she was always trolled. And just like the impact that she has made to so many young people's lives, you know, especially towards mental health, because that's a topic of discussion that's very hard to be had. So I was very inspired by her. And I really look up to that lady.
Nice. And now, acting?
Yes.
How did that come about?
So let me tell you the process. Now I'm in third year.
Yeah.
YoTV contract ifedile, so which means I have to like focus on my third year and finishing my third year.
It didn't renew.
No, they didn't renew the contracts.
It means you sucked.
No, they didn't renew for everyone. It's okay. That would have been their opinion. But they knew I was really good, you know.
Yeah. So you were out. But also I think doesn't have to do with your age or something like that.
No, it doesn't. Like it really doesn't. It really doesn't.
Okay, cool.
So so now I'm in third year. Like my contract if a delay for everyone, right? For the show, and then I have to focus on my academics. Did I really focus on my academics? I feel like I've just always been living on the edge with school. So I'm in third year now, and I have like this vision of creating like skincare products, right? like products for young people, skincare products for like the youth. And I started,
who else to do it?
who else to do it?
Look at your skin.
Stop it.
Yeah.
So I have that vision and I act on it.
Yeah.
Like literally, like I had that vision. The next day I start ideating.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have that vision. I start ideating, and I start like meeting up with different manufacturers, starting to research what actually do I want in the skincare product or ingredients. What products do I want to launch out? And that's when basically Bakene started. I know that we're still heading there, but that's when it started.
Yeah.
And during that process, so whilst, because manufacturing of a soap takes quite some time. So I started with the soap. It took quite some time because you take it to the manufacturer, they have to also do their research, come up with like... you understand? So it took quite some time. I think it took like 4 months for them to actually come up with the proper soap. Formulation. So now, because I'm broke as well, YoTV fedile. I'm used to like, in first year I used to like eat tin fishy, as a student, you would do that. And then in second year I started eating
noodles.
And noodles and the Boo brand, yeah. Can we talk about brands here, yeah?
This is the Pattern Brand podcast.
Right?
Yeah.
So I was eating the Boo brand, and then second year on YoTV I started eating like pork,
Little lamb chomps.
My fridge is always so full. My friends would come to my room and just bask. Wow, Thabiso, so many food. Obviously because I'm working, guys.
Yeah.
So in third year, now all of that ife delay. And I was like, I bet that life was nice. So what I started doing, my mentor always...
So what were some of the perks, like being a YoTV presenter?
The perks?
Do you have a driver that picks you up on campus, takes you to shoot? Did you get invited to like high profile events?
No, actually, can I be honest? In terms of like the industry, like I don't remember any perks.
Yeah.
But it was just so nice being a YoTV presenter.
Is it?
So
but on campus, were you popular because
of YoTV? Not necessarily popular. Those that had social media or had TV or watched TV could. Because but let me tell you, I think I became popular at my YoTV era because it was COVID. So people were watching TV at home now. That's what helped. But think about how you're a university student. You don't have time to watch TV. You don't have TV. But it did help because it was during COVID times. Everyone was at home. So when we went back to campus, people knew me.
So first year you were what?
Nothing. I was just a student.
When was your first year?
In 2019.
Or 2019. So you had 1 year on campus.
Yes.
Second year, boom, COVID.
Yeah. Yes. So just before COVID, that's when YoTV started. And then when it was time for lockdown, we shot like so many episodes. Yeah. So pre-record so they can air during the lockdown season. So yeah. But yeah, just going back to third year. Yeah. Now I'm in third year and like I'm broke now. What do I do? Like I'm not eating pork. Then I took an advice. My mentor always says,
"Oh, so you love pork?"
I love pork so much. Like I like it.
I hope Escort is watching. They must send you pork.
Let me tell you, and I make fire content for you guys.
Yeah.
So my mentor always says, Thabiso, it's very important to monetize your skills. And now I'm like sitting. I'm like, what skills do I actually have? I'm like, I don't think I have any skills besides TV presenting, but how do I leverage that? And I thought, there's so many kids in South Africa that look up to me, that want to be TV presenters. They want to be actors. They don't know how to get there. Thabiso's like, we'll do like a program, an educational program where I'm actually teaching kids to be TV presenters. How do they actually even get there? How do they present? And I did like a little... guide, an educational guide. I did like a little booklet, because we were so privileged to go YoTV where they gave us like master classes with a certain TV presenting academy. So I took all of that and I taught people.
You don't get sued after this episode. People saying you plagiarized.
No, I mean, they didn't give us a booklet. I made a booklet from the things that they taught us. So which is Yeah, like it was my niche.
No, it's not plagiarism.
No, it was not.
Yeah.
And I taught people and I made like so much money. I remember in just a space of 3 months, because I taught for 3 months, I made 15,000 rand.
What?
Yeah, and I taught like online.
What?
So imagine now I'm in 30. Can't go buy pork now. So, but instead, I didn't buy pork.
Yeah.
I took that money and invested into Bakene.
Is your favorite car brand Porsche?
No, it's BMW.
Oh, you like BMW?
Yeah, but I love to be driven, so I don't like to drive.
So imagine you like pork and you drive a Porsche.
Ooh, right? And someone is driving me there.
Yeah.
Actually, that's nice.
Yeah. Okay, so now you found a way to monetize your skill and your experience and knowledge. When does Skeem Saam happen?
Skeem Saam happens in October, right?
Yeah.
So I was in my third month of
Yeah.
finishing the course of teaching people.
Yeah.
And then Skeem Saam basically approaches me and they like, so I think they went on my DM.
Yeah.
They're like, hey Thabiso, we'd like to have an audition with you we'd like to do a screen test with you on a certain character.
Yeah.
This is a fake page.
Oh,
I'm like, this is a fake page.
Is it?
You know? Yeah, I'm like, Skeem Saam, come to me.
And I mean, already Skeem Saam was big then.
It's so big. I mean,
Yeah.
we watched Skeem Saam growing up,
Yeah.
you know, and like, I was like, they're lying,
Yeah.
you know, and turns out it was actually true because
Sure.
I got a DM from Clement Maosa.
Oh.
Yes, so he then DM'd me saying that they're trying to reach out to you because I was following him, you know.
Oh, yes.
So we were following each other. So we're following each other. So
Yeah.
I was like, oh flip, it's actually true. And yeah, like I gave them my email. Literally the next day I went to the screen test. Can I tell you, I went there and I messed up. Like I was so nervous.
Really?
Like I was nervous. Like
Sure.
I couldn't believe it. Like I'm seeing Mr. Homu there. I'm seeing like Melita, I'm
Yeah.
seeing like Maggie, like what? Like it felt like an out of body experience. I could not believe it. But
Sure.
like I was literally fanning
How did you feel on your way back home? Did you beat yourself up?
a lot. Yeah,
Sure.
I beat myself up, but at the back of my head, I was like, as long as you did it. I think for me the most important thing
Who
is
did you call? Did you call someone and say, hey, mom, I went to this thing. I feel like I messed up.
yeah. My mom was always like my first person who I call in my good and bad days. So I did call her and she was like, it's fine. Like, as long as you showed up. Like, and that's why even with Bakene, but we'll talk about it. Like, I
Yeah.
would like show up. That's the most important thing. Whatever happens is not in your control, but show up. And I showed up. I messed up, Pat.
Sure.
Like 4 times. I messed up.
4 times is in that.
In that audition, in that
yeah.
audition, yeah.
Sure.
And I think they were just so kind to understand that obviously I don't have acting experience. People that are going to audition don't have acting experience. And this is something I really, give Skeem Saam like a clap of hands. They truly believe in talent. People that haven't been in the industry, people that don't have the experience, they believe in them and they take them and they harness that skill. Like they just see, they see talent when they see it.
Yeah.
So in that audition, I think they probably saw something in me, like, and that's why they gave me the chance to like do it 4 times. Because when you go to an audition, you mess up once, you're done.
Out.
Thank you so much. Don't call us, we'll call you. That's an audition.
Sure.
That's an audition. They were so kind enough to like give me 4 times, and even after that 4 times,
Yeah.
I was like, it's fine. I won't get it, but like it's okay.
I tried.
Yeah, and so that's
After
how
how
it
long
came
did
about.
they call you?
After I think about like 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, I was in Durban at that time with my family on vacation.
Yes, right.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we were there and I was like in the hotel. I remember it vividly.
Yeah.
I was in the hotel changing and I get a call from the casting director and it's like, so you have a call back?
You lie.
Like, how is this happening?
Sure.
Like, you can imagine my vacation is just starting.
Yeah.
Now it's about to get like amazing balls because
Yeah.
I just got a call back and I told my mom and we were just so ecstatic about it.
Oh, great.
And
So
yeah.
a call back, it doesn't mean that you got the job.
No. Just means we want to see you again. Yeah. To just see if we're going to make the right choice.
Then you go back.
I go back and a callback is usually with a number of people.
Oh,
right?
yes. So it's not just you.
It's not just you, yeah.
So the competition is still there.
Competition is there, but it's
Yeah.
tighter now. I go to the callback pad.
Yeah.
Can I tell you, I was the only one at the callback.
Wow.
Yeah, like, sure.
What happened to other people?
I don't know. That's the thing. I actually don't know.
Even to this point, you don't know.
I don't know. So the character. So I heard that they've been looking for the character for a few months.
Yeah.
They were not satisfied with the people that they were auditioning. Or like, and I think it's not necessarily about the talent, but it's also about the appearance as well, because the appearance has to suit the character.
Got you.
So I think I had that. They saw like I suited the character in terms of visuals as well. So
the joys of being a pretty boy.
Stop it. Don't say that too loud. But you can say it. So basically I was the only one.
Wow.
And that's when I was told that I got the gig, and I was so emotional when I heard the news.
Yeah.
Because I knew that it was about to be life-changing.
Wow.
And, like, for me, I didn't know how big the character was. Like, I probably just thought it was just going to be like any other character. But just to be on the show, to be surrounded with greatness, people that you grew up watching, that meant a lot to me. And fast forward, like, now I'm told how big the character is. Like, I'm told, not even told. So I was asked to stay closer to studio, because they knew I was going to do my postgrad. Yeah. Stay closer to studio so we can,
easy access.
And then next thing, they're asking, hey, look, so don't you want to like take a break from your school? Because your schedule actually looks very tight. I was like, what? Can I tell you, I was so happy. Who wouldn't be happy, like, taking a break from school, bruh? Yeah. I was so...
But what is your mom saying?
My mom was very encouraging.
You in school?
My mom was very encouraging. Yeah. And that's why I speak a lot about her, because she's always encouraged me from every single thing that I do. Yeah. We always laugh about it, but I've always been that kid that wanted to do everything. I did karate, I did swimming, I did basketball, I did soccer, I did rugby. And my mom was always like, it's fine, just do it. It's fine, just do it. And she was a
Which one of those sporting codes were you good at? Would you say?
Swimming.
Oh.
Yeah, swimming. I was good at basketball. Still am good at basketball.
Chad, tell us who that famous swimmer, Chad?
Look, I can't pronounce his name. Yeah. I can't pronounce his surname. Yeah. So, that's what I'm good at, swimming.
Wow, nice.
Yeah. She's always been encouraging. And
so now did you drop school? Or?
Yeah. I had to, my schedule was actually very tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very, very tight. Like, I wouldn't have balanced school and academics. It wouldn't have been possible. And I'm glad I made that choice. And I was so proud of myself as well, because I've schooled my entire life.
Yeah.
And now, like, taking a break was, like, so rewarding. It was very nice. Like, to wake up and where those days where you just don't do anything. You don't think about anything. And acting, you don't really have to, like, study. Obviously, you just read the scripts, prepare your scenes for tomorrow. But it's not that hectic. So, yeah.
It wouldn't be the Paxton Bred's podcast if I do not ask you your relationship with marketing and branding. Mm-hmm. And if you see yourself as a brand.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my relationship with brand and marketing, I think also because I'm a public figure.
Yeah.
So you get exposed to what brand is when you are a public figure. You have to, like, hold yourself very to, like, I wouldn't say to high standards, but to, like, a certain standard. So that's when I actually got introduced to what branding is, or to what a brand is. So now, obviously, incorporating it into business, it actually does help. I mean, look at my brand. Everything just has to be to a certain standard. And I got exposed to social media also as a public figure. So I knew the importance of social media and what it actually can do to a brand. And that's basically marketing, right?
Got you.
So even just bringing it into my business, I just made sure that I utilize social media, and I make sure that even the content that I take out to market my products are top tier quality.
Yeah, so you do see yourself as a brand?
I do, yeah, absolutely. But I think when you just become a public figure, you are a brand. Automatically, like when you land on TV. Like if they come and say, even if you go to like a news channel and they say, like, come, let's interview you, automatically it means you are a brand. No one can just be reached out to,
of course,
if you're not a brand.
And are you doing anything to, enhance consistently your brand? Is there stuff that you do on a regular that, what you say, right now I'm investing in brand Thabiso?
So I think for me it's just it's truly the most basic thing that I'm doing right now, which is just to post an image on my social media. And I always want to post images that I've done with a photographer. So that's it's the most basic that I'm doing. So I'm not investing in brand Thabiso. Maybe I'm investing in brand Thabiso when I'm meeting Pat. I always make sure that I look good. So
that you do.
Yeah. So I always, for me, that's because now I'm an entrepreneur. I really just want to look good. I want people to receive me well, So that's just what I invest in. But in terms of social media wise, I'm not really investing in that for now.
Got you. So you said it, you're an entrepreneur, the founder and CEO of Bakene.
Yeah.
Why the name Bakene?
Why the name Bakene? Bakene means to show up and show out.
Hey. Okay.
Like Bakene.
Yeah.
And this is just a reminder to young people. What about Bakene? And every single morning when they use our products, this serves as a reminder that they must show up and show out. Bakene. But I'll tell you a little bit of a story.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm jumping the questions.
I'm more interested in the story.
Yeah. So when I was younger, I never dreamt, Pat.
Yeah.
I was just a normal boy from Limpopo who just goes to school, comes back home, goes to school, comes back home. I never had confidence in who I am and how I looked growing up.
Wow.
Yeah, because as I've said, what I have experienced with my mom and her divorce and just us going back to the township, it just did a number on me. It really did. So I never had confidence in myself. I was never a confident young man. This always makes me emotional. Until the day I was writing my matric exam and as I've said, I was very hardworking. I knew what I wanted to do. I was also part of the top students. The pressure was high. And the day before my exam, the information I was studying and I think I was just blocked because I just was not taking a break. And then I waited for my mom to come back because the entire day I was studying. I waited for my mom to come back to tell her, "What, Mama, I can't. This is hard. I've been studying the entire day and it's just."
I did say.
My mom was like, "Sit down." She literally said that.
Yeah.
"Sit down." I sat down and she's like, "Wanaga, let me tell you something. Whether you pass tomorrow or you fail tomorrow, I know in my heart of hearts you will always be successful. So go into that exam room knowing that I, as your mother, know you will always be successful."
Sure.
After that,
I don't think there's anything that can reassure a youngster than hearing that from your mother.
That's true. So it did a number on me, Pat. It did something for me. I never saw myself confident. I never. And that's when. Yeah. That's when that's when my life basically started to change.
Sure.
And my appearance and how.
Yeah.
Everything changed.
If you don't mind me asking, if you say you were not so confident young man, obviously when you're growing up as a teenager, as boys, in high school, did you have
a girlfriend?
Yeah, okay, friends.
No, I actually didn't. So I've never dated my entire life.
Sure.
Yeah, I know, right? Obviously, you get to those points where
not even a church.
Not even. You get to those points where as a teenager you feel like you want to, but I think I've always been protected. I think it's just my mom's prayers. There's just always a spirit above me that's more powerful, and I know it's the Holy Spirit that always drags me out of situations. Because you get to those points as a teenager where you ask a girl out, you want to date them, you like them, you have a crush on them. It's always them. You're always on a call with them.
Did you use Maxit? No.
No, I didn't.
Hey, now I'm exposing my age.
Okay. I was just switch to Instagram.
And WhatsApp.
Yeah, and WhatsApp. Yeah.
So you don't know BBM?
No, I don't know BBM. No, but I know it was the Blackberry.
Yeah.
So no, I didn't. So yeah, basically that's So my mom, and that basically just changed my entire outlook.
So now you're like, okay, cool, because I mean, you could have chosen any other thing to pursue and to encourage young people.
Bakene. Absolutely, yeah.
But why skincare?
I think when you look good,
because looking at your skin, I was like, okay, there's no sign of maybe you had a acne or
terrible
something
skin.
hectic like that.
Absolutely. I think I always say, and this is very cliche, when you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you do good. And how you look matters. Skin is something that affects so many young people in our country, worldwide actually.
Absolutely.
And it's the number one factor that contributes to self-esteem. And that's where I wanted to contribute. Because I knew right now, I'm confident. I look good. And I wanted to contribute that to young people. I wanted them to also look good.
Nice.
And that's why I started a skincare brand.
So you were saying it takes time. It took time, a bit of time for you to obviously get where you are.
Oh, yeah.
Now. And you launched, ultimately.
I did. I really did.
Yes.
And yeah.
And how can people get the product? How's it been since you launched?
It's been well received, amazing. I think, I'm a person who is.
I think this is your first brand interview, ne?
This is, and I'm like so nervous. What?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been well received. I think it's just not only about the product, but it's about the brand.
Nice.
What's behind the brand? Because you can have a good product, you can have great marketing, but people buy into the story.
Absolutely.
And that's why the story of Bakene is just so powerful.
Nice.
So yeah, we launched 2 weeks back, and 2 weeks back means now, right?
Yeah.
From now, so 30th of April, and
hectic, and this is gonna end June.
In June, yeah. But yeah, well received. People love what we're for, and I think also what I was so pedantic about, and we had this conversation about it has to be excellent. So I invested a lot into the production and to the shoot, to the branding. I invested a lot because I just didn't want people to receive this as a mediocre skincare brand, as a startup, as if he's starting, guys. Let's forgive
you. Get better.
Yeah,
get better with time.
No, how I launched, I knew that it was going to set how far we're going to go.
Got you.
So, and that's what we did. That we had teaser phase, so we have a strat,
Yes. Yeah.
So at strat, we knew what we were going to do in the teaser phase. Now we knew what we were going to do in the launch phase. So now we're currently in the awareness phase, which is what we're building. But if I'm being very honest, Pat, so you know how they always say when you're building a brand, for it to be successful, you have to have a team, right? Which is true. But not just any other team. The team has to be so good at what they do. And I'm like, I'm a new business. How do I even do that?
Sure. Yeah.
How do I do that? Because
you'll get there. I mean, I've built multiple businesses, and some are still alive, some died. But there is no better way to build and grow your business than you actually working on it.
Right? Yeah. Day in, day out.
Starting where you are with what you have, and really just building the business.
That's true.
So you need to also be patient. Now I'm giving you advice.
Please do, yeah. Please do.
Patience, I mean, is part of the journey. It's one of the ingredients for any successful businessman. So you need to know, and yes, you want to win a Yoba next year. Right? But there's certain things you need to take care of. And you need to understand that in as much as, for example, a guy like you who's popular,
yeah,
you might anticipate that, oh no, I've got this product, I've got a name, I'm a brand, people know me, and they're just gonna come flying and buying this thing and sell out. And for most part, you might find that it won't be the case. And you talked about resilience earlier on. You know, when you went through hundreds or tens of auditions and didn't get anything yet. So that muscle that you exercised, your resilience in that year, now you're going to have to exercise it every day.
Yeah.
Because you'll have people not welcoming Bakene. You know, you'll have issues with your suppliers. You'll have issues with your team at some point, and all of those things are going to just be taking from you. And you said to you, I believe there's a higher power, so I guess that's where we'll go back to refill.
Right. Yeah.
The strength to keep going.
That's true.
So it's a very interesting journey that you're embarking on, but I mean, you're doing it for the right reasons.
That's true.
So I don't see any reason why you would have bigger challenges or why you would fail, as your mom said it.
Yeah.
You won't fail.
I will not fail. Yeah.
Yeah. So where do they find Bakene?
Where do they find?
Where do we get it?
Yeah. So we have 2 products in the currently in our stock. So we have like a power powder, which is a 3-in-1 innovative cleanser.
Sure.
So this is a cleanser, exfoliator, and also we have ingredients that brighten your skin. We also have like a glass moisturizer as well. So this basically enhances your skin's natural appearance. We have like 3 active ingredients. We have niacinamide, we have lactic acid, and we have squalane. And this is basically like a moisturizer and also a serum all in one.
Wow.
And people can actually get our products on our website. On our e-commerce store is bakene.co.za. And the products actually retail for, the power powder retails for 100 Rand. And the
it's also very affordable.
Yeah, that's true. I do believe it's actually very affordable.
Yeah, so what was the thinking behind, or did you say because you want more young people to have access to this product so that you can boost their, was that the thinking, or you just wanted, you don't want to make money?
Look, skincare is very expensive, right? That's true. Skincare is expensive, and high quality skincare is very expensive. So I really just wanted to provide high quality skincare products that are very affordable to my target audience. I really wanted Thabo from Hammanskraal to be able to get Bakene and be able to like afford it, because he cares about himself. He cares about his skin. And even the ingredients that we've incorporated inside here are for our target audience.
Got you.
So yeah, I really considered price when I was doing this. And so obviously when your prices are quite affordable as a business, it means you have to like sell volumes.
Got you. Hey. So now you've learned about the economies of scale. Stop it.
So the moisturizer retails for 120 Rand.
Nice.
And this is 100 Rand, the power powder. So these products actually last you for between 2 to 3 months, obviously depending on how you use them. So I was very strategic about how I wanted the moisturizer to be used. So you just like pump once or twice and that's it. Because when you use like with your, you can sometimes take, so this is just like once or twice and then it does control the usage, and it's actually a lot to your skin. Nice. So, and then both of them, we sell them for 200 Rands.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So now, yes, I get the fact that you sell through your online channels, but are you going to be doing any samplings? Are you going to be on the ground?
Yeah.
How does the marketing look like?
Yeah,
since you had a strat.
We had a strat. So I was actually speaking to one of my team members this week. So we're basically strategizing on where we're going to sell physically, right? Because you can sell digitally, but you still have customers that don't know your brand digitally. So, and that's where we're going right now. So we're strategizing and we're planning on selling like at different events, but not just any events. Because that's not, for instance, our Yoba, I'll give you an example. At the Yobas, right? Yeah. Our target audience is not there. If you think about it, our target audience. So we're just basically in the strategizing place of how we're going to sell
and penetrate the market.
Basically, physically.
Nice, but I mean, you do need that, right? You do need to be on the ground so that people can also experience, feel, touch, and take some pictures with you.
That's true. And we do have samples as well that we do give out to people to try them out. Because you know how skin is also sensitive. You know, you can't just try any product. Yes, I can sell I will sell my product, pet.
Yeah.
I will sell it to even a person who has eczema. I'm joking. I'm joking. But, you know, those samples are for people to try out before making a bigger purchase like this.
Got you. Yeah. So tell me, man, you're a young person, obviously an entrepreneur. South Africa is, celebrating 30 years of democracy. How do you feel about the country? And I know by the time this airs, just a disclaimer, would have voted, would have probably, you know, things would have changed, particularly in the political landscape. But just right now, 2024, how do you feel about the country, South Africa, as a young person?
I think there's so many opportunities that are opening up for us. That's it. There's so many opportunities and we just have to run to it. I think maybe a lot of people are complaining in our country. A lot of people, sure, they have the right. A lot of people are complaining. There are so many conditions that people are not satisfied with. And I think as young people, if we are so consumed by the complaints, the negativeness, we'll miss the opportunities that are right in front of our eyes.
I find that very, very profound, you know, in that, and you're right. Someone said, you know, in a crisis, you know, a lot of people are distracted and they forget that actually every crisis presents new opportunities.
Absolutely, yeah.
And the people that win in the long run are those that are not caught up in the hype of the crisis, but rather who see opportunities in the crisis. So I'm glad that you're seeing things that way. And I guess, actually I read an article the other day that speaks to people that have managed to be wealthy businessmen. If there's anything the majority of them have in common, is their optimistic outlook on life in general. When the masses complain about the current setup, they see the glass half full, not half empty. You know, so that optimistic outlook to say, yes, there are opportunities. Yes, things may not be, the conditions may not be perfect, but in that imperfection, there's opportunities for us to become better.
That's true. Profound, yeah.
So, Molokomme, I'm sure your mom is proud of you, ne?
She is. She really is. And she never fails to tell me.
Yeah.
And when a parent continuously tells you how proud they are of you, that gives you more motivation and inspiration, actually, to continue.
Yeah, Molokomme. I think this was one of those episodes where we went...
Right?
We're all up in our feelings.
Yeah, and then happy, and then, yeah.
Yeah. But look, we always like, you know, finishing off our podcast on a very light note.
Okay.
So we're going to do the pattern brands quiz.
Okay.
To test your knowledge about brands.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. That's very nerve-wracking how you're saying it.
Do you know your brand?
I know Bakene.
Okay. So if you get the answers correct, you get a pat. And if you get it wrong, you get a slap.
Okay, cool. And a physical slap.
We'll see. We'll see.
Okay, let's see.
Question number 1. Adrian Gore was 27 when he started which brand? Absa, Investec, or Discovery?
Investec.
Are you sure?
Yes.
It's a slap. it wrong.
Oh, for real? Okay,
Yeah.
what did he start?
Discovery.
For real?
Adrian Go.
Wasn't Discovery started by like an Afrikaner name?
No. So, interesting story. He was 27. R&B. This guy, R&B, Rand Merchant Bank, one of the most valuable financial services companies in the country. Had a license to start a medical aid company. And it was just dormant. And Adrian Go approached them and said, I have an idea of starting a medical aid. And this is how we're going to approach it, you know. Usually with medical aids, for example, back in the days, if you had like savings, if you don't use them that year,
Yeah.
you forfeit.
That's true, yeah.
So Discovery was the first medical aid company to say it can roll over.
To the next year.
Obviously, he had some interesting ideas, like, for example, Vitality. That's like 32 years ago, right? And Laurie said, okay, or Laurie Depinar said to him, cool, come through. We're going to give you an office space. We're going to give you the resources for 3 months to work out a business plan. And if it's off, then obviously you're out. It's not going to work. Thank you. Goodbye. And long story short, we now have Discovery 32 years later.
Sure.
Because Laurie Tipina and team believed in the young Adrian Go at 28. And today Discovery is the biggest medical aid scheme in the country.
It is. I use Discovery.
You see, when you invest in young people,
Hallelujah.
magic happens.
Are you going to invest in me?
You never know.
All right.
Question number 2. You see, I'm schooling you as we go along.
I like that. I like that.
Question number 2. Tsepo Mohlala is the founder of Tsepo Jeans, right? Which township is he from? Tembisa, Bakene, or Soweto?
Bakene.
That's a pass.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So 1 out of 5.
Okay. What about 5?
Ah,
I know Tsepo Jeans. I've just never met him before.
is it?
Yeah, but I think obviously he's just done wonders for his brand. And to see young people like that just accelerate, in their careers, it's really inspiring. I mean, look at Batu, look at Tsepo, look at, Drip.
Yes.
But again, Galaxy Boy,
Yeah.
inspiring.
Bali Sipapu
Yes.
is the founder of which brand?
Oh, you don't have to give me the options.
Okay.
Hermosa Flow.
Okay. It's a pass.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so you're keeping tabs with their beauty brands, eh?
Absolutely. You have to know your competition.
2 out of 5. Okay, cool. Let's see. Because it's youth. So I need to ask questions that have...
Youth in it. Okay.
Mo's Crib. It's founded by which sisters? You know the brand Mo's Crib?
I'm just going to take a guess.
So Mo's Crib, they are a Yoba winning brand, and they produce handmade baskets from Pretoria.
Okay.
Is it the Williams sisters, Mukoni sisters, or the Sacha sisters?
Mukoni sisters.
You're bloody good at guessing. That's a pass. That's a pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. One last question. So now you're sitting at
You mean the podcast?
No, 3 out of 5, eh?
Oh yeah, I'm 3 out of 5, yeah.
Last question. When were the Yobas started?
Are you gonna give me the options? I know the year. Are you talking about the year you had the first award show?
Yes.
Oh, it was in 2022 at Santon, the hotel. I just forgot the name. Yeah.
That's a pet.
There should be a prize for this.
You were a good sport. Thank you so much for joining us on the Patron Press podcast. If there's someone who's watching this, like, yo, I need to be in touch with Thabiso, how do they go about doing that?
So I have Instagram, by the way. Mm-hmm. So the chances of you reaching me out to Instagram is like, and me seeing your DM, it's actually very like slim. So
how many DMs do you get?
I get a lot per day. Like I wouldn't count. So that's why I'm like rarely on my DMs. Because it's quite a lot.
Have you ever received any interesting content?
I do.
DMs?
I do, and I tell them where to get off.
Oh.
Yeah, like people just like text nasty stuff, like especially people that you follow, which is crazy. It's like you follow this person, you guys are acquainted to each other, and then now they're so comfortable to come to you and text irrelevant stuff like inside my DM. Come on, I respect you, respect me.
Okay.
Let's not get
is
to
it
that
mainly
point.
girls or?
It's girls and guys.
Older or younger?
You'd be surprised. It's older. Like yeah, so the older ones are the guys, and then the younger ones are obviously the girls. Yeah, which is like
okay, cool. So
this won't air.
Yeah. So Instagram, the chances of you seeing that DM is very slim.
Yeah.
So what's the best way?
So they can actually reach out to me on LinkedIn. It's Thabiso Molokomme. I'm actually active there. Yeah, that's basically where you can get me, and I'll be
where?
On LinkedIn.
So you are very active on LinkedIn.
Very active on LinkedIn.
Professional there.
Yeah, you know.
You're CEO now, eh?
I'm a founder, bro, so I have to.
Email address?
So I don't give up my personal email to the public.
Oh, yeah?
But obviously it's like for bookings, then obviously just like directly message my manager, which is on all my social platforms.
On the bio?
On the bio, yeah.
Got you. Okay, great.
But if they want to reach out to Bakene, they can just like go to info@bakene.co.za.
Yeah.
And maybe like in their email, they can just include that they want me or want to chat with me. They can, like, the person that's handling our emails is very active.
Got you.
Yeah.
Any parting shots, message of hope to young people watching this right now?
Message of hope.
Look at the camera. This is your moment to be like Vusi Tembegwayo.
You will like see a below you.
Yeah.
I think, you know, when you get asked this question, there's so many things that come to your head and you don't know what to say.
Yeah.
But I think the first thing that always comes to my head is, firstly, pray. I grew up with prayer. I grew up around a mother that prays, a family that prays. So, when times are good, pray. When times are bad, pray. That's just it. I think prayer is always the solution.
Nice.
Yeah, that's
pray,
it.
tandaza.
I think I'm very inspirational, and I always have like something up my sleeves.
Yeah.
But like,
Today I decided to keep it simple.
Just pray. Pray
your problems away.
Pray those enemies away.
Got you. Thabiso, I can never thank you enough for making the time to come through to this podcast. And man, all the best with Bakene. You know, I'd like to chat with you in the next 5 years, and just to see how far this brand has grown, but also for you as you mature in business.
Yeah, right.
As you become the CEO, as you pay salaries. You know?
Yeah.
And let's reflect on this conversation and when it all started and see how far. But I have no doubt, you know, just like your mother, that you'll succeed.
Thank you so much. And I'm so privileged to have people around my circle like you that believe in me.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that people that come to the podcast are well established, people in their careers. And for me to be invited here, it's an absolute privilege. And I told you I was nervous because of what?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
No,
and I really hope that, in the next 5 years, when I come back to the podcast, we'll also be in a bigger studio, more like we have like a team of people
running around.
Absolutely. And I have a chauffeur that can come get me at my place. And, yeah. I mean, the world is your oyster.
Thank you so much. You see, he's a smart young man. He gives good advice. I appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
All right, from me, Pat Matlango Giti. Inakhailale.
What does that mean?
Let there be peace.
Hallelujah.
Pat. It's Pat on brands. Watch how you branded, man. A pat on the back is a pat from the man. Better be branded, man. A pat from the pat is a pat on the